Welcome to the Tampa Housing Authority's online rebriefing. The purpose of this rebriefing is to help you understand the Housing Choice Voucher Program and its requirements. If you have questions or concerns regarding the program, please make sure you contact your assigned housing specialist.
There are many ways we can be contacted. If you do not know the extension of the person you are trying to reach, you can contact our customer service department at 813-253-0551, extension 1000. The best way to reach us is via email using our firstname.lastname@thafl.com. Or you can reach us via our website at thafl.com/departments/assisted housing. Here is a screenshot from our website. Once you go to thafl.com/departments/assisted housing, you need to click on the Contact Our Team link. There is a drop-down box where you can select a staff member to find the person you are trying to reach. It will provide their contact information and their walk-in availability. You also have the option to email them directly from this location as well. The Tampa Housing Authority currently assists over 10,000 families and is the second largest housing authority in the state of Florida. The Assisted Housing Department, more commonly known as Section 8, has a staff of over 75 people, and the Tampa Housing Authority employs over 250 people. The Housing Choice Voucher waiting list was opened in October 2006, and we received over 10,000 applications in 1 week. However, we are currently closed for new applications. In 2010, the Tampa Housing Authority took over the Hillsborough County's Section 8 program of over 2,000 families. The Section 8 program is not an entitlement program. All candidates must meet eligibility requirements. Most families come on the program through the waiting list. Under fair housing laws, every citizen is assured the opportunity to build a better life in the home or apartment of their choice, regardless of their race, color, religion, sex, national origin, family status, or disability. Included in the briefing packet, which is now on our website under Documents and Forms, is the attached brochure. This brochure contains the information you will need if you feel that you are being discriminated against for fair housing. Under the Housing Choice Voucher Program, a voucher holder may choose a unit anywhere in the United States if the family lived in the jurisdiction of THA when the family applied for assistance. This means if you want to port right now, you need to be living in Hillsborough County. Otherwise, you will need to live here a year before you can port out. If you plan to move using our portability option, please complete the portability request form that is located in our lobby. You will need to know the housing authority you wish to transfer to. Please note each housing authority has its own set of rules and procedures, so please make sure you touch base with them to learn about their specific rules and procedures. Although we are the Tampa Housing Authority, we provide assistance to families anywhere within Hillsborough County, with the exception of Plant City, as they have their own housing authority. Families wishing to reside in Plant City or any area outside our current jurisdiction may exercise that right using the portability procedures previously discussed. As a program participant, you have family obligations that must be met. Failure to meet these obligations will result in termination from the program. In the next few slides, we will go over the family obligations. These obligations are provided at every annual recertification, in which you must acknowledge receiving and reading them. A copy is also included in the online briefing packet, and most are also listed on the back of your Housing Choice voucher. A family must supply any information that the Housing Authority or HUD determines necessary, including evidence of citizenship or eligible immigration status. A family must disclose and verify Social Security numbers and sign and submit consent forms for obtaining information. Any and all information supplied must be true and complete. A family must supply in writing via an interim change form any family income increases and changes of household composition within 10 days. Interim change forms are located in our lobby or on our website under Documents and Forms. You must promptly notify us of the birth, adoption, or court-awarded custody of a child. Notarized statements alone are not acceptable. You need to request housing authority and owner written approval to add any other family member as an occupant of the unit. You also must promptly notify us in writing if any family member no longer lives in the unit. Third-party written verification will be required to prove the move. You must supply any information requested by the housing authority to verify that the family is living in the unit or information related to family absence from the unit, and must promptly notify the housing authority and your landlord in writing when the family is away from the unit for an extended period of time more than 30 days. You must also allow the housing authority to inspect the unit at reasonable times and after reasonable notice, and allow owners and managers access to the unit to make necessary repairs when given reasonable notice. For example, the landlord should not come by your unit at 10 p.m. at night to make repairs. Remember reasonable notice for reasonable times. For more information on landlord-tenant law from the Florida statutes, visit our website under Documents and Forms. The family must give the owner the required number of days written notice of intent to vacate specified in the lease, and must also give a copy to THA. The notice should not be less than 30 days. Remember, the lease is between you and the landlord. The Tampa Housing Authority is not a party to the lease. During the initial term of the lease, you will not be permitted to move unless you are a person with disabilities requesting a reasonable accommodation. The family must use the assisted unit for residence by the family, and it must be the family's only residence. You must pay your utility bills and provide and maintain any appliances that the owner is not required to provide under the lease. Utilities that are the responsibility of the family can only be in the name of the head of household, spouse, co-head, or adult household member. Utilities turned off is a 24-hour HQS violation. If you have an outstanding debt, it is highly recommended that you address it. You also must attend all scheduled appointments. To be successful on this program, you must communicate with your housing specialist. If you cannot keep your appointments, please discuss this with them. Families must not own or have any interest in the unit. You must not commit any serious or repeated violation of the lease. Be aware of clauses in the lease such as cutting grass, changing air filters, taking out trash, late fees, damage fees, etc. Make sure you read the lease and know your responsibilities. A family must not commit fraud, bribery, or any other corrupt or criminal act in connection with the program. When someone purposely withholds information in order to obtain subsidy or additional subsidy, it is considered fraud. Examples of fraud include lying or omitting information on your application and not informing THA in writing of any household or income changes, whether it's an increase or a decrease. The family must not participate in illegal drug or violent criminal activity or be a sexual predator. It does not matter if the charge was a felony or a misdemeanor. This applies to all family members and guests of family members. In an effort to prevent future drug-related and other criminal activity, the Tampa Housing Authority will endeavor to screen applicants as thoroughly and fairly as possible. Such screening will be conducted at least once a year and will apply to any member of the household who is 18 years of age or older. The family also must not engage in illegal use of a controlled substance or abuse of alcohol that threatens the health and safety or right to peaceful enjoyment of the premises by other residents. This could include parties that get out of control. A family must not engage in abuse, threats, or violent acts towards any THA Section 8 employee. A family must not sublease or let the unit or assign the lease or transfer the unit. A family must not receive Section 8 assistance while receiving another housing subsidy. A family must not receive Section 8 assistance while residing in a unit owned by a parent, child, grandparent, grandchild, sister or brother, or any member of the family, unless approving the unit would provide reasonable accommodation for a family member who is a person with disabilities. A family must not damage the unit or premises other than damage from ordinary wear and tear, or permit any guest to damage the unit or premises. You are responsible for any housing quality standards breaches caused by the family. Inspections are conducted by either our in-house inspector or CGI Federal. Anyone 18 years or older can be present for an inspection. It does not have to be the head of household or a family member. The Tampa Housing Authority conducts 4 different types of inspections. We conduct initial inspections, which is for new move-ins or relocations. For new inspections that fail, we will not conduct a second inspection until requested by the owner. If an initial inspection fails for non-life-threatening items, the tenant may be approved to move in. However, the owner needs to make the repairs within 30 days and tenant needs to approve of the repairs. You will be notified if you are eligible for this. We also conduct special inspections. This is for specific items that might be requested by tenant, landlord, or even the housing authority. We conduct quality control inspections. These are randomly selected, and it is to double check the work or quality of another inspector. Finally, we conduct annual inspections. These must be conducted 12 months from the last annual inspection. This is a HUD requirement and in most cases cannot be rescheduled. Biannual inspections is a new feature where we would conduct the regular annual inspection every other year, but only if the previous annual inspection passed on the first visit. This is only for annual inspections. Failed inspections need to be re-inspected within 30 days, and most special inspections within 15 days to 24 hours, depending on the failed item. All units must be inspected and must pass housing quality standards, and there are consequences if they are not done. If you miss 2 scheduled inspections, it will result in you receiving an intent to terminate letter. If there are 2 failed inspections that have tenant-related damages, it will result in an intent to terminate letter as you are responsible for your part in the maintenance of the unit. Letters will be sent to you regarding any damages that you are responsible for. The next few slides are examples of tenant-related damages that we have seen over time. This is an example of an intent to terminate notice. If you receive a termination notice and do not agree with THA's decision to terminate, a request for an informal hearing must be made in writing within 10 days from the date on the letter. Failure to submit a request or not providing a timely request will result in termination of your assistance. If you're terminated from the program, there is currently a 5-year sanction throughout the country. A request for an informal hearing must be received in writing by the close of business day no later than 10 days from the date of the notification you are disputing. After a hearing date is set, the family may request to reschedule only upon showing good cause, which is defined as an unavoidable conflict which seriously affects the health, safety, and welfare of the family. If the family does not appear at the scheduled time and did not make arrangements in advance, THA will not automatically reschedule the hearing. The Family Self-Sufficiency Program is a program that is offered here at the Tampa Housing Authority and is for individuals who are interested in becoming independent and free of public assistance. The Tampa Housing Authority has the largest FSS program in the state of Florida. One of the many benefits of the program is the interest-bearing escrow account, where we set aside money for you whenever you have an increase in earnings from your employment. You need to have the desire to either obtain higher education and/or become employed. If this is a program you think you are interested in, a brochure can be found in the online briefing packet, or you can visit the website and click on the Family Self-Sufficiency link. The Homeownership Program is another program that is offered here at the Tampa Housing Authority, where the assistance payments will go towards a mortgage on your home instead of rent. Qualified Tampa Housing Authority program participants are now able to use their housing choice vouchers towards home mortgages of their own. If this is something you're interested in, more information can be found in the brochure in the online briefing packet or on our website at the Homeownership link. Thank you for listening to this presentation. We went over a lot of material, but it is necessary to help guide you through our program. Please make sure you continually review the briefing packet on our website, as it too contains a lot of valuable information. Your next steps are to complete this briefing certification form and return it to your housing specialist. By signing it, you are saying you have completed this presentation and have reviewed the briefing packet online. Now you're free to go find a unit with the materials you've been given. Please contact your housing specialist with any further questions.